Okay, so for this deep dive, we're unpacking the Aurora Multimedia IBT-1 WP1-B. It's a wall plate,
Right.
but it seems to be promising I don't know, whole new way to think about large-scale 4K video distribution,
It really is. I think what you have to grasp right away is the central problem they're trying to solve.
which is how you get that classic plug-and-play simplicity of HDBaseT.
But you want the massive scale of AV over IP. How do you merge those two worlds?
And their answer is this thing they call IP-BASE.
Exactly. It's their specific approach, and it's all about performance. We're talking full 4K 60 4.4.4 video. That's top-tier, uncompromised color. And the real key, zero frame latency.
And just to, nail that down for everyone listening, that the 4.4.4 means we're getting the absolute highest quality color.
Correct. No compromises, no weird color banding you might see on heavily compressed streams.
And the zero frame latency, that's not just for, digital signage.
Oh, not at all. Think mission critical. We're talking about things like flight simulators, command and control centers, medical imaging. Anywhere, even a millisecond of delay just ruins the entire experience.
So this all sounds amazing, but, my first thought is configuration. Traditional AV over IP can be a total network headache. What does this IP-based architecture actually look like?
And that's the fascinating part, how they get the scale without all that complexity. The whole idea is that this one unit, this wall plate, is the building block for a massive 255 by 255 matrix.
So you're not buying some huge specialized chassis.
No, you use a standard network switch. That switch effectively becomes the matrix. It's the glue holding the whole system together.
But I did see in the sources they mentioned using a switch from Aurora's recommended list for that guaranteed plug-and-play. Doesn't that sort of undercut the whole standard switch idea a little?
That's a fair question. And I think it gets to the heart of what makes IP-based different.
Okay.
With typical AV IP, you need deep networking knowledge. You're setting up complex multicast groups of IGMP, all that stuff. IP-based abstracts that away. By telling you to use a recommended switch, they're basically saying, we've already done the hard part. We have a verified configuration profile for this hardware. So for the installer, it just feels like HDBaseT. You plug it in.
And that ease of setup is everything. I see each unit is a transceiver, so you choose if it's an input or an output.
Exactly. An encoder or a decoder. You just set a little dip switch on the back from 0 to 255. That's your address. And from there, the system just acts like any off-the-shelf matrix.
Yeah.
Simple RS-232 commands to route signals.
So you get the scale of a network, but the control of a traditional matrix.
You got it.
All right, let's talk about the physical box itself. It's a single gang unit, which is, incredibly discreet for installation. What other I/O is packed in there?
Well, despite that small size, you get your standard HDMI in and out. But you also get some crucial features like CEC control.
So you can turn displays on and off right from the central system.
Right. It eliminates the need for extra control boxes. And you get USB-C 2.0 extension. So you can run keyboard and mouse alongside that high-fidelity video. KVM applications are built right in.
Okay, let's talk power. If you're building a 255 by 255 matrix, that's potentially 510 devices, power efficiency becomes a huge operational story.
A massive factor. And this is another big win. The unit runs on PoE, power over Ethernet, so it gets power right from the network cable.
One cable for everything.
One cable. And it only consumes as little as 3 watts. When you multiply that across hundreds of endpoints, the operational savings in electricity and cooling requirements are just enormous compared to a big hardware rack.
And then there's the business side. The sources are very clear that this is TAA compliant and made in the USA.
And you can't overlook that. For anyone working on government bids or large institutional projects, TAA compliance is often a requirement.
Right.
And being tariff-free, that just makes it incredibly cost-efficient. On a large bid, that can translate to tens, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars in savings on a single system.
So when you put it all together, the super low power draw, just 3 watts, and this ability to build a 255 by 255 matrix using a recommended network switch, what does the shift from that traditional big iron matrix hardware to these simple network-based wall plates actually mean for the future of how we design these huge AV installations?